What is going on, everybody? My name is Travis, and welcome to SF Bay Area Sports Talk. Welcome to another 49ers post-game live. And man, just a tough loss today as the Niners dropped this one 27-13. And especially with the way this game started, 49ers were rolling early in the first quarter. Mullins looked phenomenal on that first drive. And one of the keys that I had talked about is that 49ers needed to get going early in this game. And early on, it appeared to be that, defense was getting some stops, containing Drew Brees early on. And we got off to a 10-0 lead. And then from there, things really started to get out of hand, and the story of this game ultimately comes down to the turnovers. I mean, just completely ridiculous. The 49ers had 4 turnovers in this game. I mean, just absolutely atrocious. And I feel for Richie James. He had 2 muffed punts in this game, and they were just very costly turnovers, put the Saints in short field position, and the Saints capitalized. I mean, every single time we had a turnover or a miscue, Saints ended up turning it into 7 points. And so welcome in everyone to the show. We're going to break this down. We're going to go about 40 to 50 minutes here. So a quick show today, and man, just tough. Niners could have won this game, if we don't make those costly turnovers and penalties. Also the penalties several times in this game. Niners had looked like they had stopped the Saints on key drives, only for the Saints drive to be kept alive as a result of some penalty. And so really, I mean, you take out those penalties and those turnovers, we played decent enough to come away with a win on the road in New Orleans. So welcome in, everyone. Going to get to some comments. We got Tyler Burbeck in the house. Welcome to the show. We got Matthew Navarro. Welcome in. McKinnon, did not have a good game today. And that was something, I'd been talking about is sorry, guys, my cat here. If he comes into the screen here, he's messing with the laptop. But yeah, McKinnon, he has really not played very well this year to what we would like him to have been playing in terms of, he's missed the first 2 seasons. Hold on, guys. I'm going to move my cat for a sec. Okay. Sorry about that. He is getting in the way. So, just tough today. The running game was non-existent today. McKinnon, I mean, he had 33 rushing yards. So, last game he had 12 carries for 53 yards. And, with Mostert out right now, and with all of our running backs that. So Coleman, that's right. I'm sorry. The name was slipping my mind, but Coleman out as well. So you knew going in, we had McKinnon and Hasty. And so the running game did not do very well today. We got Thomas Granelli in the house. Welcome into the show. Hit on Drew Brees shouldn't be a penalty on the 49ers. I agree. Kentavis Street on that hit, they should not have called the penalty. And that was one of those key penalties that kept the Saints drive alive. And, my prayers out to Drew Brees, on that hit, he something with his ribs. So hopefully he can be able to be healthy for his next game. Because, man, if the Saints are going to be without Brees, that is going to be a huge deal when you're talking about, the going into the playoffs. And so, hold on, guys. Gotta let my cat outside. All right. Thank you. Sorry about that interruption. So many bad calls. Yeah, just I don't know what it is. Sometimes we, these calls end up, costly calls in the game. Ayuk, yeah, absolutely love this take right here. There are some bright spots in this game, and we are going to break that down. So, man, Brandon Ayuk is one of those huge bright spots. What an incredible game today. 7 catches for Ayuk today, 1 touchdown. Incredible. He had 75 receiving yards, and Ayuk just continues to get better and better. And this is really one of the most exciting players that we have to watch this season. And I am incredibly excited to continue watching his development. We got Caden Alvis. Apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Welcome into the show. Did you see the Cards Bills game? I didn't see the game, but I did see the Hail Mary. So, man, I cannot believe that Hail Mary went down. I mean, that's how you do it. You throw it up there and you have one of your tall receivers, DeAndre Hopkins, go up and try to take it out of the air. And that was what he did. And so, man, what a year, for Arizona Cardinal fans out there. They're enjoying this season and well deserved for them. Murray having a heck of a year and just incredible young talent at quarterback. So, what a game that was and a finish. I thought the Bills, I predicted they would win that game. So, that came down to the wire. Kinlaw as well. Yep, he indeed stepped up. That was another big bright spot. Got his first sack. He had 1.5 sacks in the game. So Kinlaw, man, he's been playing very well. And I love the selection of Kinlaw. And, obviously trading Buckner was really tough, with his leadership and just the tremendous talent that Buckner is. But you understood the move because if we would have signed Buckner to a big deal, we wouldn't have been able to sign Kittle to that mega deal that we were able to give him. So, I totally understand the move, and I think it's worked out very well for us getting Kinlaw for our defensive line and then getting Brandon Ayuk at the end of the first round, 29th overall, I believe it was. And so I've been very happy with how, our 2 first-round picks have been playing this year. We got Hero Austin in the house. Welcome to the show. Great to see you as always, and great to see everyone here. We're going to hang in there. We're forever 49er faithful, and, the season's not over. It's still not done. We knew that this game was going to be really tough to win. Going on the road, there were some things we did well in today's game. I felt like on offense, we had some guys step up. We mentioned Brandon Ayuk. And let's see, the Cardinals versus Bills game was wild. DeAndre Hopkins looked like the new Randy Moss when he mossed 3 defenders on that Hail Mary catch. Yeah, man, just really incredible. And I mean, tough for us being that the Cardinals are in our division, but, you got to give credit to them for what they've been able to do. And look, we can still get in the playoffs as a wild card, extended playoffs. We're not out of the hunt yet, but just, it's going to be really tough. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I was not aware of this news. Hasty with a broken collarbone. Oh man. My thoughts and prayers go out to Hasty for speedy recovery. And man, I am just the hit that he got, it was an unfortunate tackle because the body weight of the Saints defender landed on Hasty, and so I was hoping it was just kind of, he had gotten dinged up or something, but did not realize it was that extreme. And man, now we're down another running back, so this is not good. This season, it is. I almost don't even know how to explain what we've had to go through this year, and I don't know if any of you guys saw, but apparently the parking lot near where the 49ers practice facility is, apparently the parking lot as well, I guess certain structure of it crumbled. And so, even the parking lot has, been, it's been that type of year. And just, oh man, I hope it's not going to be for the whole year. But yeah, when you're this deep into the season, 6 to 8 weeks is going to be really tough here. Yeah, defense was indeed putting up a good fight. So I will say, look, we played well enough to win this game if we don't make the mistakes. Again, 3 turnovers that set up, Saints in short field position, and they went and capitalized 3 touchdowns. And, the one time that we got, we did also pick up some turnovers as well. But, we weren't able to really capitalize. I think one of our turnovers, we only got a field goal out of it. And that was early in the game when we could have, made it 14-0. And so I think, that could have been a big statement at that point in the game. But the momentum, it just really started to shift and go the Saints' way towards the end of the first half. Saints 17 unanswered points, and they were up 17-10 at the half. And, the costly muff punt in the third quarter, that just really put a damper on things. Let's see. Going to get to some more comments. Let's see. Go. So please be respectful in the chat here. We all love football here. So, not here to talk down on other teams here. So, Zoms plays welcome in, but please be respectful. So yeah, please be respectful in the chat. Yeah, Niners. Look, I'm still confident we're gonna make a run to the playoffs this year. And yeah, let's continue breaking down this game. So Mullins was 24 of 38 for 247 passing yards, and he looked really great on some drives today. And it was just the turnovers, the interceptions. 2 costly interceptions for Mullins today. The one interception, again, set up short field position for the Saints. So if you throw out those 2 picks that Mullins had, I felt like he played well today, did well on a couple drives for us. And so let's see, we got Henry, welcome into the show. And so, yeah, I felt like Mullins did good enough today. And what I like is that Mullins was able to condition and prepare himself for this game. He had 10 days, of course, since we played on Thursday Night Football last time. So, yeah, I think he's just going to get better here as he's going to continue to start over the next 5 or 6 games until Jimmy G is able to come back. And I cannot wait to see Jimmy Garoppolo back for those last 2 games. I believe we'll be playing against Arizona and Seattle. So it's going to be really fun, those 2 matchups. And look, we're going to leave everything out on the field. We're going to keep fighting. And I know we have Washington and Dallas upcoming. So there are going to be some games that we can, be able to win here. So we need to beat the Rams next after the bye week. Yep, that's where it's going to start here. And yeah, Niners we got 6 games left. So look, if we can go 5-1, that is the goal, because we're 4-6. If we go 5-1, that will put us at 9-7, and we'll take our chances with the extended wild card to see what we can do. And so I think we got a great chance, and we played the Rams very tough last time and got a big win against them. Sherman will be back versus the Rams. I'm not sure about the other players, though. That's going to be huge, getting Sherman back. What I've said during this season is Niners, if we can, hang around, keep fighting until we get some of our guys back, then I think towards the end of the year, if we're a bit more healthy, we'll have a way better opportunity to pick up some wins before the end of the season. And so yeah, anyways, to Zom's, best of luck to your Seahawks the rest of the year, and looking forward to playing against you guys at the end of the season. And yeah, if you're looking also, Drew Brees today, so yeah, he did not play the second half, and so my thoughts and prayers are with him battling a rib injury. So hopefully he'll be able to return in his next game. But today he was 8 of 13 for 76 passing yards, 1 touchdown. And Jameson Winston came in and he was 6 of 10 for 63 yards. So again, not a whole lot of offense, for the Saints team. And yeah, basically we gifted them 3 touchdowns because of the turnovers and giving them short field position. And when you lose by 2 touchdowns, like we did in this game, yeah, our defense played well enough today to get the win. But yeah, our offense, it just put our defense in some really tough situations. To ask your defense to guard against 3 short field positions, it's going to get very tough. Who do you have tonight, Patriots or the Ravens? So I'm going for the Patriots, but if I had to say who I think is going to win, I think the Ravens will, with Lamar Jackson and the Ravens trying to, I know they're motivated to avenge the early playoff exit from last year. So yeah, it's going to be a fun game. And after this post game, I'm going to be checking out the Sunday night game. I actually got it recording right now, so I'll try to speed up the commercials to get caught up. Yeah, special teams, very disappointing. It's just tough. Football there's so many things that can happen. And, this is one of those games that offense played well enough to win, outside of, those really unfortunate interceptions and turnovers. And defense made some big stops, but penalties really cost us in this game. Several penalties that extended Saints drives, and just it's so tough to come back from those. Seattle fell to the 7 seed today. That is great news. I love it when the Seahawks lose, and so really awesome there. And so yeah, do I think the Seahawks might go? I mean, there's a lot of teams that could go in the NFC. So not gonna make a prediction. We'll probably make some predictions before the playoffs start. So again, my preseason prediction, 49ers and Chiefs, and I'm gonna stick to that until we're eliminated from playoff contention. 49ers are still fighting. We're not giving up on the season. And, first things first, we got to win our next game. And yeah, I mean, at this point, we have to go 5-1. I mean, that's the task at hand. It's not impossible. And so really looking forward to it. Got the update from Hero Austin. Ravens out to the early lead there. And yeah, so yeah, continuing breaking down this game, the running game was non-existent today. Like we had talked about, McKinnon just unable to get things going. And then Hasty as well. He only had 3 carries in this game. So yeah, the running game, missing Mostert and Coleman has really affected us. The last couple of games, the Packer game and today's game, you saw that it's tough. I mean, our offense did very well considering we had no running game. So I loved seeing guys step up. Brandon Ayuk, Jordan Reed, seeing him return today, that was incredibly huge to have him back. If the season, Niners are always blaming the quarterback. Yeah, so I mean, look, this loss was not on Mullins at all. I thought Mullins did pretty good outside of the interceptions today. And yeah, I mean, so look, there were many ways that we could have done better in this game to win. So yeah, you never pin a loss on any, whether it's the defense or offense. But just tough break today with things that went against us. Appreciate that there. Yeah, Mullins, man, I'm really excited to see what he can do and continue his development, at least until Jimmy G comes back. If the season ended today, AFC Steelers would get the bye. Chiefs versus that would be a fun matchup against the Dolphins. And then you got the Bills and Raiders and Colts and Ravens. You got those are some really exciting games. And we got the NFC update here. One thing I will say about the expanded playoffs is I do like the fact that now, since there's only one number one seed now, essentially, that gets the first round bye, I think it really incentivizes being that best top dog in the NFC or AFC in this case. So you could get that bye, and man, so a lot of fun matchups. Never disrespectful. I am just sharing my opinions on what I think. But yeah, so to answer your question, Seahawks are playing good this year, and you guys could make a run deep in the playoffs. And so definitely Seahawks have a good opportunity to go to the Super Bowl this year. And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of good teams in the NFC. And I will be doing, probably before the playoff starts, predictions. So that will be a lot of fun. And so yeah, best of luck out there to the Seahawks fans and all the teams fans out there. Love football, and we're always enjoy hanging out, talking football. Jimmy G will be back somewhere at the end of the season, and it's going to be huge. And so if Mullins can get some rhythm going, we can pick up some wins, and hopefully we're still fighting for a playoff spot. Then we can get Jimmy G back, and for that, I think Arizona and Seattle are our last two games, and so that way we can have a fighting chance. And so we're going to keep fighting out there and try to improve, and obviously have to limit the mistakes. Cannot be doing what you're doing today. 4 turnovers, 2 muff punts, and Seattle. Yeah, so that is the Seattle's defense has really struggled this year. They had gotten off to one of the worst starts through 6 games in NFL history. But with the Seahawks, their offense is incredibly explosive, and DK Metcalf has burst upon the scene. He is such an exciting player, explosive playmaker. And Russell Wilson, got to give credit to him. He's having a great year, and just seems like, he year in and year out, he's putting up big numbers. So yeah, I give credit to the Seahawks, for playing well this season. And what it's going to come down to them is, when the Seahawks are going against some of these top offenses in the playoffs, my thing I would wonder is, can that defense, stop the bleeding from what these other top offenses might put up against that Seattle defense. So that is going to be, a fun matchup when we get there. And so, yeah, continuing to break down the game. So Brandon Ayuk, what an incredible game. 49ers leading receiver today, 7 receptions, 75 yards, had 1 touchdown, continues to get better, and I love it. He is part of the Super Mario Yak brothers, and we are missing 2 right now, but when Kittle and Samuel come back, we'll have the 3 trio, the Super Mario Yak brothers. Yards after the catch. I love it that we have 3 guys that you cannot tackle, cannot bring them down, and they're incredibly explosive in our offense, especially Deebo Samuel. When he gets the ball in his hands, he is so fast, so explosive, and that's what I love, because defenses have to be honest. They have to be aware that Samuel is great in the receiving game and also with the ball in his hands. And I would say Ayuk as well, same type of player. You put the ball in his hands, he is incredibly explosive. And so I love seeing Ayuk today have another big game. Coming into today, he had 371 receiving yards on his rookie season. So with 75 yards now, I think he's at about 450 now. So, man, you keep doing what you're doing. Really enjoying it. All right. Have a good one, Zoms. Appreciate you checking in. And best of luck to your Seahawks and looking forward to the matchup against you guys in week 17. Shanahan made some horrible play calling. Yeah, to be fair, I think you're right. And yeah, there were some plays today that, could have definitely, I felt like his play calling was a lot better than the Green Bay game though. So, Shanahan is such a magician out there and has one of the best playbooks ever. I mean, so many different plays. And so, yeah, this isn't a big challenge for Shanahan, having gone through everything we've been through this year. And I know, excuse me, let me get some water. But everything he's been through, what we've gone through this season, I know he still, again, has not given up on this season, and nor have the players. And so, look, we're going to keep fighting out there. And yeah, I mean, whatever happens, we're going to be in a good place because this team is built to not just win in the short term, but for the foreseeable long term. So I really applaud Shanahan and John Lynch and this front office building this team and the depth of this team. I mean, you've seen it this year. We have guys, whoever you put in there, they're stepping up. And yeah, today the defense, I mean, we're missing, obviously Bosa and Solomon Thomas on our defensive line, two incredibly huge playmakers, but we're having guys step up this year. And so I really am happy with the effort that I'm seeing from this 49ers team and the never give up and the fight that they're showing. And so continuing to break down the game. So yeah, Jordan Reed returned today and he was huge. And so love to see him, the tight end. He had 5 catches for 62 yards. And then also we saw Austin Walter, a guy I had not heard about. He had 1 catch for 27 yards. Kendrick Bourne had 4 catches for 26 yards. And then Richie James had 3 catches for 26 yards. So yeah, the muff punts for Richie James, just tough break. I feel for him, and you just hate when those things happen. And they change the momentum of the game so much. Oh yes, that's right. That one-handed catch from Jordan Reed was perhaps the best catch that we have seen. Man, incredible. To get it on the perfect part of the football, to reel that catch in, and it was on a 3rd down, and I think he got within 1 yard of the first down on that catch. So that was a beautiful catch out there by Jordan Reed. And then, the defense, I thought they did very well today. Again, outside of course, defense did very well. You look at the amount of yardage we allowed. Like I said, Breeze threw for 76 yards, Jameson Winston for 63 yards. So our defense literally held them to maybe just about 150, 200 yards of offense. Don't have the exact numbers, how many, running yards and things like that. But man, defense, I was impressed with how we played today. I thought they played well enough to win. But again, when our offense puts the defense in a really bad situation to try to defend against short field position, and, it happened 3 times in this game, it's just going to be really hard to win any game. in the National Football League when you're giving up such short field position and giving up touchdowns on those plays. So just tough. Dre Greenlaw was the 49ers leading tackler today with 7 tackles. Jordan Reed, the one-handed, since George Kittle when he caught the ball one-handed and ran in 2018 against the Raiders. Yeah, that is right. I think I remember that. And what a game that was. That was an incredible performance from Mullins. The first time that we really got to see him perform on a national stage. And he did, and when you do it in the Battle of the Bay at that time, with the Raiders still being in Oakland, man, you really endure yourself to the 49er faithful when you play that like that against the Raiders. Man, that was a great memory, and cannot wait for Kittle to return. He's going to be a huge boost. And man, I just hopefully this Niners team can, again, still hang around the playoffs until we get guys like Kittle coming back, Deebo Samuel, D Ford, K'Wan Williams, Raheem Mostert. We can go on and on with the list of guys, Richard Sherman coming back. So that's just what we got to do here. Keep fighting and try to go out and get a win. And yeah, I love the effort today. And look, I felt like people probably expected the Saints to blow us out today. And for us to have only lost by 2 touchdowns, and we had 4 turnovers and giving up the 3 touchdowns on those turnovers, you have to like how we did today. If you throw out, the turnovers, we'll be absolutely unstoppable, our tight end position. And Jordan Reed is a really great backup to have. Not that he'll be used a lot because Kittle will pretty much always is in there every snap. But what you could use Reed for, you can use him in run blocking, also different kinds of. So Shanahan can really open up the playbook when you have Kittle and Jordan Reed out there. And so that will be fun when we get to that point. Wait till next year till we get all our players back. And if we fall out of the playoff contention, then that's what the goal will be. Just try to stay as healthy as possible for next season. And, I'm going to keep believing that this season we still got a chance, even if it's a very slim 5-10% chance to make the playoffs. Right now we're in that point where game by game, hopefully we're getting some guys back. And so with that much needed help, hopefully we can go out there and put together some wins here to finish the season strong. And not only to keep fighting for this year, but if we fall out of playoff contention, try to play some great football to, build some momentum going into next year. So, that will be the key here. Just keep trying to fight here. Richie James, being utilized. Yep, absolutely. Was nice to see him out there. And, obviously the muff punts, really tough break there, but we saw him have the incredible game he had against the Packers. He had 9 catches for, I think, over 180 receiving yards. So, he just tore it up last game. And then today, he did have 3 catches for 26 yards. But, man, he's such an incredible, explosive playmaker. He can run the football. And, you just hope he forgets about the muff punts today and, it's not too hard on himself. And, just forget about it and be ready to go for the next game. And so, I'm excited to see Richie James continue to play, being that he's got this opportunity. And let's see him take advantage of it. And so also Tavarius Moore today, the safety, he had 4 tackles in the game. Jamar Taylor, cornerback, had 4 tackles. And we mentioned Kinlaw. He had a great game today for the rookie. Picked up his first sack, and he had 1.5 sacks today. So Kinlaw, another guy continuing to get better. The more playing time that we're seeing from him. So love seeing Kinlaw get better. during his rookie season. And then Kerry Hyder as well picked up a sack in this one. And so, yeah, defense, they did well enough in this game to win. But when you're in short field position, it just really makes things tough. And Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the NFL, had a decent game today. Warner continuing to be the incredible leader on that defense. And I just love his IQ level. I mean, Warner has incredible IQ on the football field and incredible awareness of where the quarterback is and where to kind of stay, in your coverage. So, man, Warner, keep doing what you're doing out there. And I love seeing you can, the best linebacker in football continuing to develop his game better and better. Saints fan here. Welcome, Jazzy Prince 333 to the show. Just wanted to say, even with Breeze was on the field, your defense still gave us hell. Yes, good game. Appreciate that a lot. And yeah, I love how competitive these two teams it seems to be. And since I've been watching 49ers football, started watching in 2006, some of the 49ers Saints matchups have been so much fun to watch. Of course, I'm never going to forget the divisional playoff in 2011 when we had 4 lead changes in the last 4 minutes of that game. Just incredible. And then you had the last year's game, the shootout game. We won 48-46 against you guys. So love the matchups. And yeah, best of luck to you guys the rest of the season. People were calling a Kinlaw a bust after a few games. Yeah, I do remember that. And I think that's just probably a lot of 49er faithful that or 49er fans that, they maybe are still upset about the pick of Kinlaw and felt like they should have went in another direction. But look, Kinlaw's been so incredible. And so that was just one of those bad takes, from some 49er fans. I think the knowledgeable in really, passionate football 49er fans, they know their football and they're not the ones, of course, making the blatant statements out there that we probably have seen on social media, whether it's people going after Jimmy Garoppolo, or in this case, Kinlaw. I mean, even people were saying he was a bust when he hadn't even played a game yet. So, I just don't get when people jump to conclusions. And so I think you got to be honest with yourself in evaluating talent. So yeah, it just another funny thing. But what I will say, I mean, all teams fans have those fans that are going to go out there and make these kind of statements. And yeah, I mean, as we know, like I always like to bring up, but Michael Jordan, he said, he doesn't think he would have survived the Twitter era. So, with the availability we have today of social media, that guys can go out and make statements. You sometimes see crazy statements that are said out there, and people should really be conscious of what they're typing or texting before sending tweets out, as we know. Imagine if Kinlaw and Hyder, oh man, just cannot wait for next year to see Bosa come back. And man, Bosa, his rookie season was absolutely incredible, putting pressure on the quarterback. And I believe Bosa had, I think, 8.5 or 9 sacks it was in his rookie year. And he could have had a lot more. There were several times that he got very close to picking up sacks. So really excited for the future of Nick Bosa. And I know he's going to be determined to bounce back. Excuse me, get some water. But yeah, to bounce back strong from the injury, and cannot wait to see him get out there next year. And so, man, breaking things down. So yeah, the offense. I liked some of the drives that we had. I felt like They were getting into some rhythm. You saw Mullins and Ayuk have a great connection. We talked about Jordan Reed. And I mean, considering that we had no running game today, I felt like the offense did pretty good. And so, we Mullins, I don't think he got sacked too many times. Don't have the exact stats in front of me here, but I think he got sacked a couple times. So, the offensive line for the 49ers, I thought did better today. And that's something they have struggled with this year, getting protection for our quarterbacks. So I thought they did a good job giving Mullins time to make those throws. And yeah, Mullins is going to get better with his decision making. I think he's still learning how to read the field and still learning how to get better with his foot, his foot movements and things like that. So yeah, there were some encouraging things out there. But yeah, he has to stop throwing big, costly interceptions. So we have seen Mullins in a lot of games this year, the Eagle game and the Seattle game. Mullins has thrown costly interceptions and sometimes has done so in drives that he's done very well on those drives, making good throws. And then, it all goes to waste when he's throwing these costly picks. So I think, with a young quarterback that, again, Mullins does not have a whole lot of starts under his belt. Probably, I think he's got now maybe about 8 or 9 starts. So, these are some things you're going to have to deal with a young quarterback. But yeah, I felt like Mullins is progressing. He's getting better. And right now with Jimmy out in between Mullins and Bedford, Mullins right now gives us the best chance to win out there. And so, we'll keep riding with Mullins and see what he can do. So yeah, when we're looking at things, I think with expectations, like I said, things are getting tougher now to see this team making the playoffs. Again, I'm not going to give up, but it's really, we pretty much have to go 5-1. We have to have pretty much everything go right for us. Guys getting back healthy, us really playing lights out and having guys step up. If Mullins can keep getting better and, Ayuk continuing to produce, and then when we get Samuel back. There are some things to be optimistic about for this year. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, we are in a really great place. When you consider that the way this team is built, we're built to win, not just now in the short term, but for the foreseeable long term. And that's how you got to do it. You got to build it brick by brick. And that is what Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch did. And I love it. They have built an incredible foundation here with the 49ers. And so I'm excited to see what the future holds. And this 49ers team, the last couple years, several years, we've been through so much. The 2018, the Garoppolo ACL injury, and then all of those close games that we lost that year when we went 4-12. We could have won so many of those games, a lot of one-score games. So, yeah, this 49ers team is battle-tested. We've been through so much. And, I know we're not going to make excuses, and you are going to keep fighting for this year. So, look, going to keep the faith going strong, and we'll try to get a win next time out. Appreciate the update there, Hero Austin, on that. And so yeah, let me know again if you guys have any questions on the game or things you wanted to discuss as we're slowly winding down here. But yeah, going to remain optimistic, and we have a bright future. And to touch on another note that is, I feel like it's really important to discuss. And yeah, that is my stance on where I think the Niners should go at quarterback. And look, I'm going to stand by. I think Jimmy Garoppolo should be the starting quarterback in 2021. And I'm saying that because I think you look at, when Jimmy's been a starter, when he's been healthy, he has a 32-7 record. We've seen him win big games. He has led fourth quarter comebacks. We've seen him go out there and make those accurate throws. And so when healthy, Jimmy is a very successful quarterback. And, this year, I think you have to throw out kind of what we've seen from him this year. Because with Jimmy, I think he just has not been healthy since, the game against the Jets when he sustained the high ankle sprain. And so, yeah, I mean, with Jimmy, I feel like, to cut him and to not bring him back, I feel like that would be too costly of a move to make. I feel like he's proven enough that you pay him the $25 million that he was guaranteed, and to make him your starting quarterback next year. And so, we'll see what the Niners are going to do. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, they have stood by their man, Jimmy G. But also, I do know that 49ers scouting executive did take a look at Zach Wilson, BYU quarterback. So, I think, you always, I guess, have to be looking out for things. And so if the 49ers decide to go in another direction, we'll find out at the draft. But in my opinion, I feel like Jimmy's the quarterback, and that's who I'm going to start for next season. And I feel like if Jimmy does not play well, at the end of this year and into next year, then I think you reevaluate the situation at the end of next season. And then maybe you might look at, drafting a quarterback in the 2022 draft. But I am going to still believe that Jimmy, he can do it. He can prove to everyone, the naysayers, that he can continue producing at a high level when he's healthy. And he could be our quarterback for several seasons and lead us to multiple Super Bowl titles. That is the hope. That is the vision we all had when we traded for Jimmy G. And, I'm going to keep believing in my man. And so, yeah, we're going to see what is going to happen. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking out there. But it is, it's a tough decision. I would not want to be Kyle Shanahan or John Lynch when it comes down to making that decision. But I know that they are the right men in charge to make that decision. And, it's going to be a collective, decision as an entire team and front office. And, we will make the best decision moving forward. So, just a lot, a lot of things to you when you're looking to the future. We've talked about possibly 49ers drafting a cornerback in next year's draft. When you're looking at our secondary, Sherman, he's going to be a free agent. And then, you have some guys that are getting up there in age. And so, we have Mosley, and I have been so impressed and really pleased to see how Emmanuel Mosley has continued to develop, earning his way into the starting role last year into the playoffs. And, you saw how important and valuable Mosley was this year when he was out a couple games. And especially, the Miami game, our secondary, when we got completely torched. And then you saw when Mosley returned against the Rams, he was able to kind of help us get things on track for our secondary. And Jason Verrett also has been having a career year this year. So he has just been so incredible. I agree. I'm with you, Rob. I think Niners should bring back Verrett in 2021. He has done so amazing this year, and just what an incredible comeback story for Jason Verrett. I believe he was drafted in 2015, but every year he's had to battle some type of major injury. And so I really applaud the guy for you never giving up on his football dreams, continuing to battle out there. Yeah, football players are warriors and athletes are warriors, the wear and tear and what they go through and put their bodies through is really incredible. And so, you really have to big shout out to Jason Verrett having the season he's having. And I could not be more thrilled for the guy. Let's see. We got I love Topes. Apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Definitely. Yep. He has been absolutely great. Yeah, you got Cooked Highlights. Welcome into the show. Mullins sucks in the clutch. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Mullins, yeah, like I said, he makes too many costly interceptions and sometimes he tries to force the issue. And let me get some water here for a sec. But yeah, trying to force the ball in coverage. Yeah, that does not work out very well. And so Mullins, he's getting better, and I thought he did decent today. I mean, making some throws. He had over 247 passing yards today. So yeah, Mullins is still improving. But yeah, he makes too many costly interceptions. So I would like to see him really improve on that. Yeah, definitely. I would go out there and say comeback player of the year for Jason Verrett. And I mean, he has one of the most top lockdown percentages in coverage this year. So that is how incredible he has been playing. Nice. The Cal Bears, man, that's tough. I'm sorry for that Cooked Highlights, and also wanted to give you a big shout out for your birthday today. So happy birthday. And I'm sorry that, Niners and your Cal Bears couldn't get a win today. But look, so we'll bounce back strong and enjoy your birthday to the fullest. And yeah, I know how it is. My birthday's in the summertime. So I've, our beloved San Francisco Giants, they've lost sometimes on my birthday. So I know how it can be. You're always hopeful. But yeah, nice. So good luck coming back in fantasy. That would be huge. So yeah, we're going to be winding down here. And so before we end up wrapping up this post game today, I'm going to get to our picks of the game. And so let me know, for all of you out there, who your picks are for today's game. And I am going to gather myself here for a sec. And so I'm going to go with Brandon Ayuk. I'm taking Brandon Ayuk today. Incredible performance. 49ers leading receiver today with 7 catches, 75 yards, and 1 touchdown. I have been so impressed and excited with Brandon Ayuk this year, having an incredible rookie season. And man, stepping up when we need him to right now with so many guys out. So Brandon Ayuk, he is my pick of the game today. And let's see him go out there, continue to produce. He's got now over 450 receiving yards for his rookie season now. So he has just been absolutely incredible. And his athleticism, the game against the Eagles, him leaping in the air over the defender. I mean, that is a play we're always going to remember. Just incredible. We got Nicholas. Apologize if I pronounced this wrong. Nicholas P. How do you feel about Shanahan being unreasonably stubborn? I don't. If we're talking about in terms of play calling today, look, Shanahan, he's incredible at what he does. Really great playmaker, and how he is able to use his playbook, utilize guys' skill sets for this offense, and put guys in the best possible position to succeed. So yeah, I'm not really too overly worried about some of the play calls for Shanahan. sometimes you try to out scheme your opponent. And so I feel like Shanahan's done an incredible job, and I trust in him to keep doing well. And man, he is, we are so blessed to have him here, and John Lynch, head coach and GM. They are an incredible duo, and man, they do tremendous. Also got a big shout out for Jordan Reed as well. Man, incredible game today. Love seeing Jordan Reed back. And man, we needed him today. Huge return. And Jordan Reed is another incredible story. He's also had to battle a lot of injuries in his career. So I'm really excited to see him go out there and produce today. And yeah, the key for him is going to be, to stay healthy. And if he can stay healthy, I think you'll see him continue to put up numbers like he did today. Had 5 catches for 62 yards. So that was a big boost to have Jordan Reed returning, and so huge. And so, yeah, to as we're winding down the show, so to wrap up here, again, Niners today, this was a tough loss, 27-13. Niners played well enough to win this game, but too many costly turnovers and too many costly penalties. The story of this game is going to be the 4 turnovers. You had 2 muff punts, and you had 2 interceptions from Mullins, and one of the interceptions set up short field position for the Saints. And yeah, Saints had 3 short field positions as a result of those turnovers, and they capitalized with 3 touchdowns. And when you lose by 14 points, 2 touchdowns, like the Niners did today, you're going to circle turnovers as the story of the game. And just a really tough break when you consider that, again, our offense, I felt like today we put together some really nice drives. We had guys like Ayuk, Jordan Reed step up. And even though we really didn't have a running game today, I thought, this offense really looked good and getting some touchdowns. And yeah, we were doing very well early in the game. The winning formula today was to try to not let Drew Brees and the Saints touch the football that many times. So, early in the game, we were doing a good job of that. We were maintaining, time of possession. We were having extended long drives. And then our defense early on came out and made some big stops. So, yeah, this was just a tough game. We got out to that 10-0 lead, and the Saints, they go on to score like over 27 unanswered points. This game was really tough. We knew going in that it was going to be tough with all the injuries. But we felt optimistic and liked our chances. And early in the game, you felt like it was going to be another really close, tight, competitive game. It just, towards the end of the first half, and, the really big key play that turned things around was, the muff punt from Richie James in the third quarter. I think at the time the game was still a 10-point game. And so Niners, we were going to get the ball back and could have made it a 1-score game. But then you have the muff punt by Richie James. And that just really changed the momentum of the game quickly at that point. Saints went on to get a touchdown. Then they were up again by 17. And it just got to be too tough there to come back. Nice. So got the update on Sunday Night Football. Thank you for that, Hero Austin. Appreciate it. And so, wrapping up today. So, we're, I believe 49ers now are on to a bye week. So this will be a good time to try to get healthy, for guys to get rested up. And to, build off of the positives from today, the offense and the drives we saw, the return of Jordan Reed, Ayuk continuing to produce. And once we start getting our guys back, Mostert at running back, Kittle back, Deebo Samuel back, D Ford on that defensive line, K'Wan Williams and Richard Sherman in that secondary, watch out because this Niners team is going to put together some wins. So that is what we got to do. And so with that being said, everyone, want to thank each and every one of you guys checking into the post-game shows, guys and girls out there. It means the absolute world to me. And I would not be here without each and every one of you guys. So thank you so much again, as always. It means so much to me. Your guys' likes, comments, engagement. I love hanging out with you all, talking sports, talking football. And so really appreciate you all. So thank you again. And looking forward to the next Niners game. Again, we'll keep the positivity. We're forever 49er faithful. We'll always remain optimistic. And so we are excited for the next game. So let's get rested up here and let's get him next time. So hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your night. Take care, everyone. Oh, yes. Yep. Don't forget. Yep. We will not forget to mention Bosa returning back next year. And also Bosa, he appears to be doing very well in his recovery. He has been doing some things. So you love to see that from Bosa, and cannot wait for next year. He is going to be on a mission. You'll probably see Bosa get comeback player of the year next year. So let's do it. We're going to end on that positive note. So have a great one, everyone. Have a great rest of your night. Forever 49er faithful. Let's go Niners. Let's get him next time. We will see you guys later. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Take care.